ready for the ultimate in high-tech and delivery services. This robot can lift heavy boxes, navigate around obstacles, and even work with other robots to get your package to you as efficiently as possible. In fact, some companies are even pairing these robots with self-driving vans to make things even more efficient. And that's not all. There are all sorts of impressive new robots and AI appearing on the streets, in homes, in hospitals, in the air, and even on stage. Plus, who knows, a robot that can even dispense beer could be the future. Just imagine all the time and energy you save with a robot doing all the heavy lifting and drink pouring for you. Welcome to the world of UpTech, where robots are revolutionizing the medical field. The UpTech walker will meet you at the door, take your bags, and act like a walking, talking Alexa to entertain the kid. The Alpha Mini is designed to entertain children in the hospitals and help them exercise. This robot is a genius in the operating room, as it can be inserted through a small hole in the abdomen, allowing a camera and arms to extend for the surgeon to control. Standard laparoscopic tools have limited movement, but their robotic tools add wrists, elbows, and shoulders for added dexterity. Using a VR headset, the surgeon can rotate the arms in any direction to grasp or dissect, and the camera will move with the surgeon's head for an almost immersive experience. The arms have extraordinary dexterity. It's almost as if the surgeon was inside the body themselves, and they can even suture automatically. But what about those brain tumors in sensitive areas that are too delicate to operate on? Well, these tiny robots are a fraction of the width of a human hair and can be injected into the body. These robots have the ability to sense the chemicals being released by the tumors and wrap around them, or poke certain cells and test their stiffness. They can even react based on the measurements they take, providing a new level of precision in medical procedures. But how do these robots work? A 7nm thick sheet of platinum is coated with graphene, and when a current is passed through it, charged water particles are attracted to it, causing the sheet to bend. By reinforcing certain sections of the sheet, we can control the movement of the robot. And the best part, they can be made using the same machines that produces the chip on your phone. These components of these robots are flat, but by connecting them like an origami, create complex operations. Imagine a million or so of these robots moving across a surface, investigating and responding to their surroundings. To achieve these breakthroughs in robotics, it is important to have the brains on board. That's exactly what this latest innovation allows us to do. These robots are equipped with tiny solar cells that can be activated by shining a laser on them, powering their legs and allowing them to move. After surgery, these robots can easily be removed with a pipette to prevent injuries. But that's not all these robots can do. So they've also developed an exoskeleton that makes you 20 times stronger, with the ability to enter heavy lift mode and multiply your strength even further. And if you need a helping hand, this robot can be operated remotely, assist with tasks such as stacking shelves. In Japan, robots are seen as heroes, and as AI continue to improve and learn to mimic human workers, these robots will likely be able to work on their own, potentially replacing some of the world's biggest jobs. In addition, robots are starting to work alongside actors on the set, positioning themselves precisely to slow down, accelerate, spin, and stick their landings. It is an exciting time for the world of robotics, and we can't wait to see what the future holds. Robots are playing an increasingly important role in comedy routines and even dance routines, like this one from Boston Dynamics. Speaking of Boston Dynamics, have you seen their robot Spot? It is an impressive machine, but it does come with a hefty price tag, around $70,000. Boston Dynamics recently released this dance video.
Thank God, bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out with some 20s, 50s.
Affordable. However, there are more affordable options out there. For example, this robot is equipped with AI and can patrol a home or park, or act as a guide dog for a blind person. And if you're in the market for a robot companion, this robotic company is working on creating robot dogs that are as affordable as phones. Their cheapest version currently costs $2,700 and is able to follow you, avoid obstacles, carry things, and even run at 10 miles an hour. The world of biomimicry has given rise to some incredible robots, including this snake robot used for search and rescue mission. With a head-mounted camera, it can move through small gaps and even wrap its body around poles to climb them. This snake robot was even used to search for survivors in the rubble after an earthquake in Mexico City. But snakes and cockroaches aren't the only robots being mimicked in robotics. For example, this robot bat is designed to remove the danger of propellers, potentially allowing drones to walk safely around crowds of people. And for those interested in low-gravity exploration, a robot cat is being developed to use its leg to rotate and land safely before jumping onto the next location. From birds and butterflies to salamanders and dragonflies, robots are beautifully mimicking how real animals move and interact with their environment. Take this robot bird for example. It's equipped with overlapping feathers attached to the primary and secondary feathers, allowing them to slide apart in unison and achieve flight. And this salamander robot not only walks but can also swim, helping us understand how life moves from water to land. But robots aren't just limited to mimicking land-dwelling animals. These 6-foot-long robot snakes are designed to live permanently underwater, with the ability to seek out damaged infrastructure, select tools for specific tasks, and even grab onto rails to operate machinery. And if you need a robot to navigate uneven terrain, this robot dog can switch to rolling on wheels at 15 miles per hour, while its cousin can roll over uneven surfaces, jump onto platform, and even somersault across gaps. The combination of legs and wheels offers some interesting advantages in the world of robotics. Robots are becoming increasingly versatile and able to navigate a wide range of environments, whether on Earth or on other planets. Take this robot for example, which was designed to reach remote locations and can rise up on legs to step over obstacles. Meanwhile, NASA's Ingenuity drone was dropped from a rover on Mars and made the first flight on the planet as seen by the Perseverance rover. NASA even released audio of the flight, including the rumbling sound of the wind on Mars and the humming sound of the helicopter's rotors. These robot dogs could work together to explore the planet's caves. The first dog autonomously explores the area, building a 3D map, and then the second robot takes samples when it spots something interesting, like potential signs of life. They then collaborate to analyze the samples, with one carrying special lights to assist a third robot equipped with an advanced camera for zooming in and exploring different spectrums. A team of robots like this can cover much more difficult terrain than a single larger robot and could even assist with search and rescue missions. But it's not just on Mars robots are making a splash. On Earth, hundreds of robot legs are working together to move an old school building to a new location, and home robots are rapidly gaining popularity. The future of robotics is bright, and we can't wait to see what else these incredible machines will be able to do. The world of home robotics has come a long way, with companies like iRobot selling over 30 million, mostly vacuum cleaners that can even empty themselves. iRobot has also introduced robot mops to help keep your home clean and tidy. And if you're looking for some help in the kitchen, there are now robot chefs emerging, like this one that can cook up to 5,000 dishes. While it might not be the most cost-effective option at $300,000, it points to an interesting future where robots can handle various tasks around the house, from handling laundry and loading the dishwasher to setting the table and pouring wine. These robots are designed to be adaptable and handle items correctly. They can even rise up to reach high cupboards and navigate around the home. There are also window cleaning robots that cleverly walk around windows, and solar-powered weed killing robots that chop weeds daily until they run out of stored energy and die. And for those looking for a robot butler, several in development are gradually learning any tasks around the house. But robots aren't just limited to the home. With electric drones becoming more prevalent, we're likely to see a significant reduction in commute times. For example, the Uber Air Taxi can fly up to 180 miles per hour, and since it travels in a straight line with no traffic, a 30-minute journey could potentially be cut down to just 5 minutes. The world of drones is rapidly evolving, with companies like this working on fully autonomous passenger drones that have even carried passengers in test flights. While the initial version will be manned, carrying up to 4 passengers, the company has designed the drones with safety in mind. stating that even if all the propellers failed on 3 of the 4 arms, the remaining arms will be able to bring the drone to a rough landing. In addition, a remote control center can take over the drone in an emergency and help it land safe. Robots are also starting to impact the healthcare industry, with Sophia the robot leading morning exercises with the elderly and even taking temperatures with a thermal camera on her chest. Samsung's Neon project creates highly realistic digital people with their own characters, emotions, and memories, while Miku is a holographic pop star and digital companion. Its creators even offer unofficial marriage certificates, which have been taken up by thousands of people. As robots become increasingly realistic and able to hold simple conversation, they may help alleviate the loneliness epidemic and provide social stimulation, particularly in care homes where staff may be stretched. As robots become increasingly advanced and able to perform a wider range of tasks, we may see fewer and fewer jobs that they can't do better. This could lead to a significant change in how we work and live. And while some people may be excited about this development, it's important to consider the potential downside. In Japan, for example, long work days and high rates of depression and loneliness have led to an estimated 10 million people rarely or never leaving their home. In addition, very few people in Japan visit therapists, partly because it's not usually covered by their health insurance. There is a strong link between unemployment and self-deletion, with many people interpreting losing a job as a personal failure rather than a result of the economic system. As more jobs are automated, it is important to consider how we can ensure that people find meaningful work and support themselves financially. In the meantime, robots are already making an impact in industries like retail, where they can move more than 1 million items daily, making shopping more efficient. And rather than trying to fit machines in a world designed for humans, some facilities like this one, the size of 7 football fields, are being custom built to make the most of these new technologies. As the cost of living continues to rise, it's important to be mindful of the potential impact of these changes on people's lives. As automation becomes more widespread, we may see a shift towards the age of abundance, with the cost of many goods and services dropping significantly. Some have argued that this may necessitate a universal basic income to ensure everyone has access to the resources. However, there is also a concern that as more jobs become automated, people may struggle to find meaning and purpose in their lives if they are no longer needed for their labor. This is a difficult problem to address, but it's important to consider as we move towards a more automated future. Robots are also impacting the healthcare industry, with advances in technology like robotic surgery promising to be both cheaper and potentially safer than traditional methods. For example, the most cost of sequencing a person's genome has dropped significantly from millions to thousands of dollars, and robots can perform surgeries with a level of precision that may not be possible for humans. In addition, by performing thousands of surgeries daily, these robots can gain experience and improve their skills, making them an increasingly attractive option for those needing medical care. Automation is changing how we live and work, and self-driving cars are just one example of this transformation. With the ability to act as autonomous taxis when not in use, car ownership may no longer be necessary or may become more affordable. And as commuting becomes less of a necessity, it may make more sense to live further from work in a large 3D printed home. But it's not just all about convenience and cost. A recent poll found that 53% of Americans are unhappy at work, and in the US and UK, around 40% of people find their jobs meaningless. For instance, the long hours and the high pressure of work in Japan come with a hidden price, which is a higher risk of stroke and heart disease. Many movies highlight the dangers of defining oneself solely by our careers and shows the importance of finding meaning and joy in other areas of our life. And the benefits of volunteering and being creative are well documented. Lower rates of heart disease, lower mortality risk, reduce stress and depression, and a sense of purpose. Maybe it's time to redefine success and value the contribution of unpaid caregivers, time spent with loved ones, and artistic genius as much as we do traditional careers. Speaking of genius, have you met Pissbot? Hours of research has gone into creating the world's most advanced beer-pissing robots. As robots and automation continue to advance, it is important to consider how these technologies will impact society and the workforce. For example, autonomous cars could change how we think about car ownership, and 3D printing could make it easier to build affordable housing. It is crucial to find a sense of purpose beyond our careers and to prioritize activities that bring us joy and fulfillment, like volunteering and spending time with loved ones. We must also ensure that automation is implemented ethically with consideration for its potential consequences. Despite the potential for automation to go wrong, it can also free up time for us to take care of each other and be creative. I am determined to make my 20s one of the best periods of my life. If you're ready to join me on this self-discovery and career building journey, subscribe down below, like this video. Thank you all for your love and support. I appreciate every single one of you. Comment down below what content you guys would like to see. Subscribe now and watch this next. Stay motivated.